Hi, Leo. This is Jess with your September 1st to the 15th reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Leo, it looks like the theme for the first 2 weeks of this month for some of you will be um, getting on the other side to your happiness, to your renewal of life, energy, and confidence. Okay. It looks like some of you, your energy has been really good. Looks like in the past for some of you. Seems like some of you have been taking trips, you've been moving about, you've been having a very light and kind of footloose and fancy free disposition. Not necessarily saying that your life has just been footloose and fancy free, but your disposition, how you have logically kind of perceive things. You're putting things, you've been taking things in stride, it looks like, right? And trying to enjoy yourself in the process. So it looks like because of that energy is what has been going on in the past. A lot of good things have been coming about for you guys. It looks like there's been some good news, some new energy is coming your way. So some of you could be obtaining something new, a new job. You could be rolling out a new business, a new aspect of your business. There could be a new circumstance with family. Okay. I just see newness and being fulfilled within. Okay. And it could be something that you created yourself. So you did something yourself. You've made some form of initiative and it's come out favorable. Okay. Looks like some of you are going to be quite busy. And as a result of that, you may find that you aren't necessarily, you can't make everyone happy, right? You may have this energy about you that some people may perceive you as all over the place, a non-committal, here, there, everywhere, while they're sitting back and not necessarily having as much energy as you are, and they may be feeling a bit neglected, ignored, because you're unable to necessarily you're not able to show, okay, people that, hey, I'm solid, hey, I'm serious, this is I know what I want, this is exactly what it is, that sort of thing. People, you may be coming off as very flighty, but the reality is that you are solid. And I'm speaking more to my Leo men. You're more grounded than what you're giving off. So you may be giving off this energy as though you're here, there, everywhere, but you're really kind of solid and grounded. However, the aspect of how you feel about things may come and go. That may wither. You may feel like you know exactly where you're going, you know what you're doing. So when it comes to career, when it comes to work, when it comes to day-to-day life, that sort of thing, there's very much a practicality, a loyalty, a consistency there. But how you communicate to people, your intentions, your directions, your steps, your movements, it may come off a little bit flighty, or it may seem like you're pretty much satisfying your desires at this time. And it could have a lot to do with the fact that you have North Node transiting your sign right now. And again, you may just have that need to kind of solidify yourself, put on the shelf, having to do for others to show them just how big your heart is and how much you care, but kind of making it about yourself a little bit more. Some of you could be making another person a focus, and it could be your mother, or it could be a significant other. But I feel like even that is going to be a bit bittersweet. So you may find yourself again having to put more time in at work, and as a result, family has to kind of take a back seat. Your love life has to take a back seat. You normally go to your mom and tend to her, but now that has to take a back seat because, again, you're trying to gain some level of stability is what it looks like to me. Having to move away from one circumstance, because some of you may need to leave something, or you may be at jeopardy of having to leave something, is going to have you stressed out, or something is not necessarily going to come about the way you would like it to. So if some of you are looking for work, looking for a new opportunity, because I do kind of see that. I see that some of you are really putting a lot of resumes out and you're getting a lot of responses. And to that, there may be some confusion about, what's the best course of action to take. A lot of them are pretty good options here, which one is going to yield the most benefit for me. You may have your heart set on one particular thing. The fact that that may not come through may be stressing some of you out. If you've been waiting to hear back on something, whatever it is, I'm making a lot of this with my readings. I'm making it very broad instead of going through each category, because everyone will experience this in a different way. So if you're waiting on some form of decision or judgment, it looks like it's going to come through by the second week for some of you. However, the way that it's going to be delivered, it may just only cause more delay. Okay. So if you have a court case that's due for the second week of probably like the 11th, somewhere in the 11 days out, 12th, anywhere, second week of September, it looks like there's going to be yet another delay. Okay. If you're expecting it to completely settle, it's like, no, it's going to take 3 more days, or you have to go through more processes before you can get something done. So there is this element of new things happening, which, you focusing on these new things make you really happy and excited. But when you focus on these new things, it kind of takes you away from the existing things. And the existing things may feel a bit heavy, may make you feel a bit confused. So it could be like, I'm starting this new business. It's great. It makes me really happy. I can just throw myself into it. I can stay up all night, doing this. But then I have to go to work and I really don't like my job anymore. I would love to be able to do my new business full time, but I'm not there yet. That sort of thing, just as an example. However, and I do see that there's going to be some form of delay, or there having to be some time before you can move forward on something. There's going to be some changes, some shakeups. I mean, I guess for some of you that hasn't felt the effects of the eclipse energy, these previous, I think, 3 to 6 months prior, or around the eclipse time, you're going to start to feel these energies now. So there will be some type of change that's coming up. Again, I feel like if there's some type of decision that needs to be made, if you need to make a decision to decide, do you want to move forward with a particular job, a particular circumstance as it relates to your personal life. So it could be home, family, love. I feel that you may not be 100% ready to pull the trigger. Okay. And it may be delayed by perhaps, a few months, not a few months. Some of you will be a few months, but it could be as much as 3 weeks. Okay. Some of you, circumstances out of your control may force some form of a separation. Okay. So it can come from another person that they want to take a step back, that they may decide to, want to take a step back. If it's you doing it, your mate may find themselves being very scared, nervous that it's going to be a complete end to the relationship, is what it looks like. Because I do see some needing to leave or someone leaving, and in that leaving, there's worry. So it could be like you travel for work, but then your mate is worried, excuse me, because the relationship has a lot of kinks and cracks and it's a bit fragile at this time. You may be feeling that as well as it relates to your relationship with your mate. So there's some worry. And if you are married, if you're in a very committed relationship, for some of you, I do see that there's some aspects of feeling insecure. There's some issues of not feeling secure. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that some of my Leos are coming off a bit flaky. It's just the truth. And you're confusing your mate, because one minute you may know that, hey, I'm not going anywhere. But every time you turn around, you're physically not around. You know what I mean? Like you're here, you're there, you're there, you're there. And you're so self-orientated. You can't help it. You're a fire sign and you're the sun. So you're so self-focused right now that your mate, again, is feeling as though all you're giving me is your words because your actions aren't necessarily matching up. But the reality is that, and I'm speaking a lot to my Leo men, to my Leo ladies, you may be feeling, if you're feeling like your mate is a bit flaky and you could relate to this as the woman in a relationship, there's a solidness there to him. Again, it's just, it could be planetary energies, why he's so caught up in his own self at this time. And I feel like week 2 is going to bring a situation where that may create a distance between some of you guys. It may, create a, perhaps maybe we should separate on the table, that sort of thing. Maybe we should take a break, that sort of thing. Or there just may be a disappointment around that because your mate may not feel even how to make any changes. You may feel disappointed because, hey, I love you, I'm not going anywhere, but, I, don't know how to make you okay with the fact that this is pretty much all that I can give you at this time, that sort of thing. So this is kind of what I'm saying as it relates to work. As it relates to family, I get more committed relationships. Those of you that are single, I feel like you're not necessarily truly taking people serious. If you're a Leo woman and you're serious and you are single, you may have quite a bit of offers coming your way. Some intending true love, some just wanting to hook up, that sort of thing. You may be completely confused as to who's who, what's what, And by second week, and for my men, again, you may be coming off that way, okay? And by second week, I feel like there's going to be some type of decision to perhaps distance yourself from a lot of people. Just, again, not necessarily feeling clear about what's true, what's not true, not allowing love to necessarily be your focus. There may be other things happening in your life that take precedent because there will be some pressing issue that's going to be coming up the second week, something that you've been kind of banking on, that you've been hoping for, that you guys possibly been driving you crazy, making all these steps and going here, doing this, doing that to make happen. There may be a hiccup along the way or some changes that comes out of the blue regarding that, if you're not love focused, that sort of thing, that's going to be the last thing in your mind because it's like, okay, now I have to tend to this. So that's what I see for you guys and it's going to be, how do you get through this obstacle? Because there will be some form of an obstacle that will be coming you guys' way by second week. Okay, and for all of you, it'll be different as to what that is. So that's what I have for you guys for the first 2 weeks of September. If you would like to leave in the comment section below how this relates to you, and any thing that you would like to add in the comment section below, please do so. We would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal counsel with me, I can be reached in the information bar below, as well as the beginning and ending of this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome, 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 welcome. It's still good to be a Leo. Yes, most of your readings have been quite beneficial and very positive, and this one too. But as we go through life, sometimes we have hiccups along the road. And so, forearmed is forewarned. Forewarned is forearmed, right? And if you're new, again, please subscribe because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Leo.